has already discussed about the operators. So today I'll discuss about the decision control statement. Okay. So I don't have any slides, so I'll teach you by writing only. I hope you'll cooperate with this. Listen carefully. Those who are very new to this programming language, for them this is very, very important, because as per the earlier one, like operator or a data type or printf or scanf statement, this is like ornaments. But if you can think about the actual execution or the writing a logic, here the decision control statement starts. So I hope you know about the operator clearly, the logical operator, relational operator, arithmetic operator, or do you have any doubt in that? I'll just overlook these things within 2-3 minutes, which are is the logical, arithmetic, and this. As per the arithmetic operator is concerned, probably I've studied minus, plus, multiplication, division, and modulation. And as per the assignment operator is concerned, we have studied equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, like this for all, multiplication equal to, division equal to, modulus equal to, and there are many like a left shift equal to, right shift equal to, many more. As per the relational operator is concerned, that will be left, less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, and not equal to. And as per the logical operator is concerned, just for your understanding, there is a double AND which is called as a short circuit logical AND. Usually in C we are saying it is a logical AND, but actually it is looks like a short circuit. Anybody can tell me what is a short circuit here as per the logical AND is concerned? The basically what happens, suppose I write a statement 1 and AND operation with statement 2. We are writing something, then its result has to become with what? True or false? Everybody knows. When it is become true, if first statement and second statement becomes true, then only it is going to be true. But what this AND says, this AND basically says that if first statement become false, then it will not go for executing this also. Because as per the AND is concerned, if everything becomes true, then the whole thing will be true. If first one itself is false, what is the necessity of checking this second one? So that's why if somebody has written int a equal to 2 and int b equal to 4, and then after somebody has written if, not if, that is int d and d equal to, let's take, tell me please, a S. S. Look at it. Says in D, and I have written. Please answer it. If A is greater than equal to B, and C equal to 5. Yes, I have written here C equal to 5.
Sir, can you tell from the beginning?
I am telling from the beginning. So what is this logical and a logical or? I am going to tell you now. This logical AND is basically called as a short circuit logical AND. What does it mean? The meaning is, as per the AND operation is concerned, if both the statements will be become true, then only the whole statement is becoming true. Suppose a single statement is divided into two parts, that is st1 and st2, and you can say whether it is true or false. How can you know? If this is true and this is true, then both becomes true. If one is become false, then the whole thing become false. But what is the use of this AND says that if first one becomes true, then it will go for checking the second one. If the first one itself is false, then it will never go for this. Like I've written here, that is a int C. Just look into it. Int C equal to 3. Let's take. And after this, I'm going to display what is the printf D, percentage D with C comma D. Can anybody tell me what is the result of this? Are you getting?
0.
I have written this much and I have written this much. What is the value of C and what is the value of D? That is 5 comma
5,5.
5 comma 5 somebody told. Is it correct? Anybody from here?
0.
3 comma 0? Okay.
Zero.
Okay, no problem. Can anybody tell me what is the answer for this statement? Is it a value or it has to be tell in true or false?
Zero.
True and false. And as per the C language, true means 1, false means 0. Means directly you can say that D's answer should be either 0 or 1. It cannot be anything else. Yes? Now tell me, A is greater than B. Is it true or false? False. Since it is becoming false, the AND says don't execute this one. Then if it is become false, whole statement become false. Then what is the D's value? 0. And what about the C's value? Can your C has a change here? No. The C is still 3. Yes, yes.
Sir, I want to ask one thing.
Please ask.
So why is the and is being used? Why the symbol is being used twice?
Why? Oh, okay. Why? His question is that why there is a symbol becomes twice? Why not a single AND? Because the single AND has a different purpose in C. If you can go for a single AND, the single AND used for the two purposes. One is for the address, where you can use a scanf. I hope you have written. This is percentage D and ampersand A. This ampersand A is meant for address of A. When A is become a variable, every variable has a memory location, and this address will be given by this ampersand. And another ampersand is also used for the bitwise AND.
Sir, may I ask?
Yes, please.
In D, if you remove the outer brackets in the definition of D, will it still give the same value?
So what is this bitwise?
Like the outer brackets?
Bitwise operator you will study later. I think in the electronics you know there is a AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, XOR gate. So there that AND is this particular bitwise operator. Okay. And your question is, even if you remove this bracket, still the answer will become as a 0 because it will consider as a whole thing become one statement. Since it has become one statement, first is become false, it is not going to execute the second one. That's why the value is C value is still 3 and the D value becomes reach at 0. Can you guess what is the meaning of this logical OR? Guess now. I have not told, but you have not studied. Can you tell me where it will be a short circuit? Like a AND is a short circuit. Why AND is a short circuit? Even if you have written two statement is not executed here. Only partially executed, another part not executed. Anybody? Not you. Anybody?
Or
Yes?
It's not, sir.
it's or
Or yeah, that I'm saying. In which case it will be acted as a short circuit or?
if both are false. If both are
Both
false.
are false.
No. If the first one becomes true, then whole statement will be true for the or not. As per the or is concerned, if any one statement becomes true, then the rest statement, whatever it may be, the whole will be become called as a true. So in the same manner here, if he is saying, if my statement once becomes true, it will not execute, go for second statement. Because he understand that the whole things become true, why should I go for the second one? Okay.
Sir,
So yes.
In case of or, if first one becomes false, will it
Yes.
go for the second? Will it go for the
Definitely,
second?
I'll ask you now. Your question, I'll revert back. I've written a statement 1 or statement 2 or statement 3. Can anybody tell me where this will not execute further? If first one is true, can it will execute further?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes.
If first one is false, second one is true, then can it will execute ST3?
No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So it will be start checking from
No,
the
sir,
left hand side. It will start checking from the left hand side. Wherever it is found one is true, then the rest will be not get executed. Why it is from the left to right? There is a precedence is there. If you can go for this particular symbol, here you can get some precedence. If you can look into it, here there is a OR operator. This OR says that it is goes from left to right. Means if you write a multiple statement with OR, this logical OR, then it will be checked from the left to right rather than from the right to left. Similarly, there are many operators like a equal to operator. What is the equal to operator? He is saying it is from the right to left. What does it mean? The meaning, if somebody has written A equal to B equal to C equal to 5, Is it a correct statement or wrong? It is a correct statement. Why? Because first this one will be executed here, the C become 5. Then this one will be executed here, B becomes 5. Then it will be executed here, A becomes 5. Then which side it starts? From left to right or right to left? Right to left, because C says the assignment operators from the right to left. So based on the whatever the associativity it is maintaining, it will be executed. But this is not our class today. Our class is whether you have understood this logical and logical or not. Got it or not?
Yes,
The and says if all things will be true, then whole thing will be true. Or says if any one becomes true, then whole thing becomes true. Okay. And the short circuit says as per the and is concerned, if first one any one become false, it will not go for the rest. The short circuit or says if anyone becomes true, it will not go further. So with this idea, this, and another operator, very interesting thing, is called as a not operator. What is this not? If it is a true, it becomes false. If it is a false, it is become true. I hope you have studied the logic in your +2. Can anybody tell me if there is a statement 1 and of statement 2, not of this, it is equivalent to what? Quick. I hope you have studied. No. What is the equivalent statement of this one? Not an? Very nice. Not of ST1 or not of ST2.
ST2.
Please remember this. If there is a and whole with not, it is equivalent to not of ST1 with not of ST2. Okay.
Explain this again.
Once again, I'm saying as per the
That
not is
means it will revert the answer.
yes, not reverting the answer. If my first statement is something, second statement is something, the whole thing can be written as a first statement's negation or with second statement negation.
So it's a complementary form.
It is a complementary of this. Similarly, if it is a ST1 or operation of ST2, now you can guess quickly what is the not of this. What is that? Not of ST1 and of not of ST2. Correct? With these three statements, we will go further for what is a decision control statement because it is necessary. Yes.
Sir, why this not and not is getting converted to and not is converted here it and is getting converted to
Very simple. Have you done the logic chapter of the +2? How you can prove this and this?
Yes, sir.
How you can prove this and this? What you are doing?
Actually, most of them here did not have
yes, sir. I did
computer in the +2.
Not required. Not
Computer is
required.
subject.
It is a normal logic. You take a ST1, you take a ST2. How many possibilities? True, false, false, true, 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 and false, false. And you apply what is not of ST1 and of not of ST2. Quickly tell me if you can go further. Then I'll go further. What is this? Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. Whole thing become false. Not of false means true. Correct or not? The same thing will be written as what? Not of ST1 or of not of ST2. Then what is not of ST1? ST1 is true. Not of ST1 is false. ST2 is false. Not of ST2 is true. So true or false comes as what? True. Like this, if you can check it, whatever the result comes here, the same result has to be come here. By this you are doing the proof or not? Yes. So with these three things, please remember what is a not, what is a and, what is a logical or. Then after discussion, you can ask me few things related to this. Yes. Now start with the first one. What is a decision control statement?
Sir, can you move the slide up?
Why not? This okay?
Yes, sir.
You can take a snap quickly so that you can further go further. I'll not bore you more because he is also my teacher. This is so on behalf of him I am coming. So please you have to excuse for this today's class. I may be something wrong, but you have to do this. So decision control statement.
Sequence of operation page slide.
What is?
Sir, you recently show one that assignment operators from the logical expression that slide.
Yes. This one.
No, sir, there was a list from which side to which side the operation will take place.
Sir, operator precedency order.
This one, operational precedent.
Operator precedency order.
Yes. So always the assignment operator precedence starts from the right to left. So that's why first C will be assigned, then B will be assigned, then A will be assigned. In this way the precedence goes.
Sir, he's asking about the sir that list which you had shown about the.
I'll share at the end, if you don't mind.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. No.
Okay, this one I'll share at the end. Huh? Don't worry. Fine. So what is a decision control statement? We know.
Last slide, sir. Can you show the last slide? I want to write it. Sir, the thing you showed where it was written everything.
Everything means here.
Sir, no, sir. Sir, where it was written, what are the operators used for left to right, right to left?
Oh, this one. This I'll tell you. I'll send you by mail. You don't worry.
So just give us 1 minute. We will write it down.
No, don't write. You take a snap. It will be easier for you. I'm saying I'll share with all of you. Please. And it is directly available in the net. Don't take from me. It is also copy paste by me.
Give us 2 minutes.
Sir, do you have a PDF of it?
This is a PDF. I'll share it. I'm saying by mail to you, if you don't mind.
Sir, share it in Google Classroom. It will be much better.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Okay. I'm now continuing. You have to keep patience a little bit. The decision control statement. What is a decision control statement? Before that, first is a control statement here. When you write a int main, I hope you have done many programs now. You are writing some statement S1, statement S2, statement S3, statement S4 like this. Please concentrate, otherwise assignment you cannot do it properly. If this is a 5 statements are present, we know the C has to be executed sequentially. What does it mean sequentially? First it will execute S1, after completion S2, after completion S3, S4 and S5. But what the decision control statement says that, can I give a decision here? Based on this, he may execute or may not execute these statements. Means, instead of executing the statement fully sequentially, I have to put a decision here. If my decision is true, then I'll go here. If my decision is false, I'll go somewhere else. Like when you go to the master canteen or railway station through this road, your first stop is a magnetic square. Suppose this is the magnetic square. After you reach at the magnetic square, can you go sequentially or you take a decision? There you take a decision. Whether you have to go right or you have to go left. If my decision is towards the Nandan Kanan, then you go a left turn. If towards the master canteen, you have to go to the right turn. In the same manner, even if 5 statements are written, if I put one decision statement, then based on my decision statement, the control moves either sequentially or moves somewhere else. Then what is this decision statement here? As per the C programming language, decision statements are 3 types mainly: if else, and if else if. I'll tell you one by one very clearly. Please keep patience. Then what is this if? Let's take, somebody has told, take a number and tell that whether it is even or not. Only even or not. He has not asked anything. Take a number from the user, tell that whether it is even or not. Then how you can write a program? You can write a program by int main, start it, take a number means I need a variable, take from user means I have to write a scanf, this percentage D, then ampersand A. After you get this A, how can you know whether it is even or odd? Quick. How can you know it is even or odd?
Divided by
Modulus. Very nice. So what is that? If my A modulus 2 is equal to 0, then it is an even number. So this is my decision. How to write? With if. I have not told it how to write clearly, but I have written if A modulus 2 is equal to 0, do this. After that, I have written printf finish. I have not written. Knowingly, I am not telling. Then you have written return 0. I hope you are using the return 0. If you are not using, please always try to write return 0 at the end. Later we'll study. Yes. So what he says here, I am writing it is printf. It is even. Then how the control goes here? Just look into it carefully. First statement, which one? This one. Second statement, which one? This one. Let's take the user as enter 7.
Sir, what is this? Sir, after int?
After int, I have written scanf percentage D ampersand A. You know now this one? How to receive a data through keyboard? Yes
Sir,
or no?
Sir, can you repeat it again after int?
After int A, I have given a semicolon. After that, I have written a scanf %d ampersand a, through which you can read a data from the keyboard. After reading this data, you verify this data modulus 2, is it equal to 0? Is it true if you user has enter 7? Yes or no? False. If it is false, what is saying? You don't go inside. But if I am entering 8 here, then 8 modulus 2 is what? 0. 0 is equal to 0. Is it true? True means what it does? It enters, execute, go to the end, come out and execute this. Then what should be the output comes if it the value is 8? Comes here, check that 8 modulus 2 becomes 0. 0 is equal to 0. Is it true? True means the decision is true, means you enter into this. Since you are entering, you display even. After this, you come out. After come out, you display finish. This is the normal case. But if somebody has entered 7, what happens? The S value is 7. 7 modulus 2 is 1. 1 equal to 0 is false. If it is false, can you enter into the if or not? It is not. Then where it goes? Directly, if it is false, go to the outside of the if. What is the outside of the if? The if is this much. Outside of if is this much. Then if you enter 7, can it display even? No. What is going to be displayed? Only finish. Then what's the answer you are getting? The same program, but with one kind of data, it is displaying even with finish. With another kind of data, it is
But you
displaying
wrote
finish.
printf in the last. This is finish. You
This
wrote
is
finish in the.
I have just written a statement finish, printf finish.
Okay, sir.
After this if statement, then what happens here? With the two kinds of data, the same programs behave in a different way. Why? Because of this decision statement. This is the use of this decision statement. What it says? If my decision becomes true, enter into this. If decision is false, it will not enter, rather come out. Then how the if has to be written then? The if statement will be written in this way. If, those who are very new, start a parenthesis, give a condition here, close this parenthesis, start a curly bracket, write down the body part of this. This is the body part of if. Close this curly bracket before this few statement, after this few statement. Let's take the statement is S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6 and S7. What is the execution style? The execution style simply says that since this is my if, just look into it. First statement is a normal statement, execute S1. Second statement S1. If this condition is true, can anybody tell me what is going to happen? If it is true, enter into this, execute what? S3, S4, S5. After completion, come here. This is important. Then it will come to the next statement like S6 and S7. Everybody got it? How the execution takes place? First, it is a normal statement, anyhow executed. Then it is a condition. I'll write and show you. This is a condition. If this is a condition, condition can be true or false. If it is true, enter into this, execute all the part of the if, then after it come out, and definitely it is outside of the if, means it will be executed. But if it is other way, first S1 executed, S2 executed, if it is false, what it does? If this statement condition become false, where it goes? Directly go outside of this. Where it goes? S6 and S7. That is called as a decision control. In some decision, you go inside. In some decision, you skip and directly come to the S6. Samajh mein aaya what is a decision here? Based on this decision, either you go forward with the same sequential manner, or you move some step and go to some other place. That is happening. If you understood little bit, before that, those who are new, for them I am typing so that clearly what is the syntax you can write. You can quickly write here int a simple, then you can make a scanf. Yes, this percentage d, this one comma ampersand a. If I'm wrong somewhere typing, please help me here. Then what is the decision? If starts, start the parenthesis. What is the condition? If a modulus 2. Why I am telling few are new, they may be confused that if के बाद space देंगे कि नहीं. That's the reason I am writing. Those who are very new. A modulus 2. If it is equal to 0, then close this bracket, start a curly bracket, end this curly bracket, and inside this you write any statement here. So printer, let's take this becomes even. EVEN, this close, this close. After this, put a slash in here. Let's take you come back and write here printf something complete. Yes. So by this way, what is happening? The style of writing, just see, if, then you start a parenthesis, close the parenthesis, give a condition, any condition you can write. Yes, 1 minute. Then start this curly bracket, end this curly bracket, printf this, and you know output what is going to come. So if you can check the output here simply, if I give 7, then it is comes as 7 complete. If the same thing I'll give with a 8, if I same thing I'll give with a 8, then what is coming? It should be even. It is saying if it is 8, then it is even and complete. Yes, question. Yes, very nice. Why there is a semicolon after printf statement or if? Oh, okay. Because your if says it is a whole statement. If I give, very nice question. He is saying I'll give a semicolon here. Yes, what is the meaning of this semicolon? I am coming into picture. This meaning of the semicolon says that it is a single statement and statement is false. Why? Can I write 3 semicolon here? What does it mean? I have 4 blank statement. In the same manner, if I put a if statement here, he consider if this condition is true, execute a blank statement. Do you want this, or you want this should be even, it will be executed? What you want? The even should be executed. That's the reason you are not giving a semicolon. Got it? Yes. But again, you will be clear more when you can see the same thing can be also written in this way. This is true. Why it is true? Since if condition says I have only one statement, if under if you have only one statement, no need to give a curly bracket. But if you have a multiple statement, you have to give a curly bracket. But for this moment, understand that there is a curly bracket and ending curly bracket. Any doubt in this if case? If this is become true, enter into this part, execute this, come out, execute the complete. If you understand this, the next question somebody asks, sir, why don't you write a even and odd?
Sir,
Here only explain even. You want to write even as well as odd. If my number is even, display even. If it is not, display odd. Then what code I should write? Can
previous slide, please. The previous slide.
Yes, this is.
No, sir, the programming one.
Programming code, this one. There is nothing wrong. Whole thing I am compiling, nothing wrong is here. Okay, I hope you understood these are the blank statements. Yes, now next thing. I hope you have written now. Fine. So what is the question? Here I have given only whether it is even or not. I want to display even and odd. Please, those who are new, answer this. I have written this statement like this.
Sir, 1 minute only, please.
He wants to write. No. Somebody wants to write. Okay. Hopefully you have completed. Okay. Thank you. So there is a int main. So what I'll do, I'll receive a number that is int a. Then I'll receive from the keyboard that is a scanf. This %d ampersand a. Then I want to check whether it is even or not. Put a if condition. A modulus 2 is equal to 0. Start a curly bracket. Write down printf even. Only for new. Please don't feel bored that sir bas new ko bol rahe hain aur kisi ko nahi bol rahe hain. This has become even. Then do this. Then close it. And I have written here printf odd. And then return 0. Yes, let's take. I have entered here 7. Whether it will give you odd or not. Please check.
Sir, you have written here int main a.
Int main, start the curly bracket, int a semicolon, scanf %d ampersand a. If a is modulus 2 is equal to 0, start a curly bracket, end this curly bracket, write down printf.
So it will show odd.
Okay, so what happens? You take the 7 modulus true. Is it true or false? False. False means when it goes directly come here. So what display? Odd.
Odd.
Can you tell me it will be display even or not in case of 8? Very nice.
Even or both.
That is 8, then 8 modulus 2 is 0. 0 is equal to 0 is true. True means it is entering. Display here even. After even it is completed. After completed come out. Again when it is come out to display odd. Do you need both or you want one? Only one. But you need either this will be executed or this will be executed. So for that the next statement called as a if and else. So what you have to do? If my condition is true, execute this. If it is not true, then execute this one. So that makes you the if and else statement. Okay. So let's see how to write them. Same statement int a boring. Then again boring scanf. This you know. I hope you are comfortable with scanf. Then you have written if your that's a modulus 2 is equal to 0. Then you are writing printf even. Next questions are very nice. You hope you will enjoy. This is what even. Fine. Be ready for those who knows this earlier. If and else. Then else. Start the curly bracket. Write down printf. This is all. Now how it is working, I'll just explain you once again. Then do this. Then what happens? Here you are using two statements. If is what?
After int a, sir, what you have written after int a?
Int a scanf. I have to receive one number. No, I have repeatedly told. I hope this statement
S after s.
After if this.
Sir, after s in second line.
After s in the second line. Oh, scanf.
Sir, can you write it fully? I am unable to understand.
This is scanf. SCANF.
Scanf.
प्रिंटफ स्कैनअप सीखे नहीं? फिर क्यों स्कैनअप को याद नहीं है? सीखे ना क्लास में? वही. Okay, I hope you know this. What is a scanf? Scanf printf सीखे हो या नहीं सीखे हो?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then you don't have a doubt. Then what happens here? If my condition become true, which part will be executed? For true, this part will be executed. If it is become false, which part will be executed? This will be executed. Now we can find the maximum and minimum among two numbers. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then you write the maximum and minimum among two numbers. What to do? Take two numbers. How can you find it is max or min? Suppose A and B are the two numbers. Can you receive two numbers from the user? सीखे हो कि नहीं? सीखे हो? So कैसे लिखेंगे? Scanf percentage B ampersand A ampersand B. Don't feel bored, please. This because still few people are asking scanf. That's why I'm writing. If कब वो A greater होगा B से? If A is greater than B, then which one will be greater? A or B? If this is true, then which one will be greater? A will be greater. Then what to print here? Printer
Is the maximum.
percentage D A. Else what to do? Printer और maximum होगा. Else में B. So percentage D then B. This okay. The same thing can I write in this manner? Those who are new, for them once again. If A greater than B, then D equal to A. Else D equal to B. Then close this. Then printf D. Is it correct or wrong? Those who are new. क्या होगा यहाँ? If A is greater than B, D के पास क्या रहा? A का value. If it is false, then which part will be executed? This part will be executed. Here what you are keeping? B's value will be stored in the D. Since B's value will be stored in the D, either this will be executed or this will be executed. Then what is the result of D? The result of D will become as a maximum from the A and B. Now if somebody will ask, please mute others, otherwise I have to possibly mute.
निगमକୁ କିଏ କେତୋଟି ପାଇବ ତାକୁ ନେଇ ପ୍ରତିକ୍ରିୟା ରଖିଛି ବିଜେପି। ବିରୋଧୀ ଦଳ ଉପନେତା ବିଷ୍ଣୁ ସେଠୀ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ 109ଟିରୁ କୌଣସିଟି ବି ପାଇ ନ ପାରେ ବିଜେପି।
You
କାରଣ
can mute.
ଭୋଟରେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ସ୍ଥାନ ହିଂସାକାଣ୍ଡ ଟଙ୍କା ବଣ୍ଟାର ଅଭିଯୋଗ ଆସିଥିଲା। ଏଥିପାଇଁ ବିଜେଡିକୁ
संतोष
ଦାୟୀ
भाई म्यूट कर
କରିଛନ୍ତି
लो
ବିଜେପି ନେତା। ସେପଟେ ସମସ୍ତ ପୌରାଞ୍ଚଳ ଅକ୍ତିଆର କରିବା ସହିତ ପଞ୍ଚାୟତ ସଫଳତା ଦୋହରାଇବାକୁ ଦମ୍ଭୋକ୍ତି କରିଛନ୍ତି ବିଜେଡି
Please,
ବିଧାୟକ
otherwise I have to forcibly mute you all.
Santosh sir, please.
संतोष भाई म्यूट प्लीज
Santosh.
संतोष म्यूट कर
टीचर
मेंसे माड़ खाइलु
आज तक चला रहा हूँ
पिटले बीजेडी वाला गुड़ी गुड़ी की
Okay.
चारिआडे तो चारु पाल्लहड़ा ढेकानाल सबआडे तो बाडा बाटी चलछि आ कोउठी आ भलरे होउछि एते भलो
Santosh
काम
sir, please
करछले
mute.
अरे पैसा बांटला
संतोष कुमार
भाई
प्लीज म्यूट
कौन
योरसेल्फ
खाइले
इज द टीचर
सॉरी
Okay. Now it has come.
Teacher.
Thank you. Okay, okay, no problem. So if A is greater than B, then S value will be greater. That's why stored in D. If A is not greater than D, then B will be greater. Then B's value will be stored in D. This is the very simplest one. But if class,
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Sir, share the screen, sir.
Yes, sir. Screen
okay.
is not visible.
One second, I'm sharing. One minute. Is it okay? Now it is okay? Online students?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Now the next question comes. If somebody asks, can you tell me what is the greatest among ABC? AB का greatest मिल गया. Then if somebody asks that, find the greatest among ABC. Don't be worried about this. If your brother or sister asks you, tell me तीन number है कौन greater है? Which one is greater? What to do? What should be your idea? Can you
Compare to
see which one will be greater? Never know. You have to teach them. First, you find who is greater among A and B. If somebody will be greater, then that greater has to be compared with the C or not? Yes or no? You have to compare like this. Means you can say there are two ways you can find it. If A greater than B, if it is true, then who will be greater? A. Very nice. First you look. A will be greater. Can your A is greater among ABC? No. What to do again? A has to be again compared with the C. If this is also true, then who will be greater? A. Very nice. If this is false, who will be greater? Can anybody tell me?
C.
That is
C will be the greatest.
if A greater than B become false, then who is greater?
B.
If B becomes greater, can your B is greatest among all? No. What to do? Again, this B has to be compared with the C. If this is true, then who will be greater? B. Otherwise, who will be C or the whole? Then what you are doing? First you compare A with B. Whoever will be greater, this part will be executed. If this is false, which part will be executed? Second part will be
Sir,
executed.
what if they are equal?
If both are equal, then it will also work out. It will also work out. Just wait for a minute. What I'm saying, if A is greater than B, wait for 2 minutes only. If it is equal, I'll tell you. If A is greater than B true, then this particular part is going to be executed. If it is become false, then this particular part is going to be executed. Means how can you write them? You can simply write if, just look into it, A greater than B, then I will execute what? Something else, I will execute something. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Just look into it here. As per this condition, if A is greater than B, it is true, then I have to do some work here. If it is become false, then I have to do something here. Then if A is greater than B, which work you are doing it here? Comparing A with C, then again the condition comes or not? If A greater than C, then which one will be greater? If this is true, then which one will be greater? Printer, which one greater? Tell me. Percentage D? A. If it is not, if A is not greater than C, then which one will be greater? Printer, this percentage D, C. So what you understood? If my condition becomes true, I need to execute only this part. And this part is itself is another condition, A greater than C. So if this condition is again true, then execute this. If it is false, then execute this. So this is the first part. Similarly, you can guess what should be the second part. If this is false, which part will be executed? Else part. In this else part, is it a simple statement or it is multiple statement? Again, it is a multiple statement. What this multiple statement is, he is saying again compare. If B or small b, don't worry, if B is greater than C, then who will be greater? Printer, percentage D, then B. Otherwise, who is greater? Here it is written, who is greater? If it is not true, then which is greater? C. Then what to do? In this case, you have to write else, then you start with this and printer, then become percentage D and C. The statement how we have just divided, the whole logic we have represented in if else. And this if else is basically called as a nested if else. Why it is a nested if else? Because inside one if you are putting another if else, and inside else also you are putting another if else. So this is basically called as a one inside another. So in this case, are you getting, or ask me the doubt here so that we can do some assignment based on these two things only, nothing more. If A is greater than B, if it is true, then this will be the part will be executed. If it is become false, then this part will be executed. Then what is the solution comes? If it is a condition becomes true, enter into first part. If the condition become false, enter into the second part. But this second part is not a simple statement. Rather, it is what? A multiple statement. And this multiple statement again says, whether A is greater than C, I have written here A is greater than C. If it is true, then A will be greater, that's why printf A. If it is false, C will be greater, that's why printf C. If this part is not executed, else part will be executed, that is else here. And this else part is taking this into consideration. If B is greater, then B will be the greatest one. And if B is not greater, then C will be the greatest one, which is written here. So the same code you can also type here. Probably you can get how to find the greatest among these three. Yes, दोनों दो नंबर से ग्रेटेस्ट निकाल पाओगे? 3 नंबर से? कोई पूछ लिया कि 6 नंबर से ग्रेटेस्ट निकालिए, क्या करोगे? What to do? Tell me now. You know better than me. और थोड़ा
लाइब्रेरी
पता
फंक्शन
कर देते हैं. 2 नंबर का ग्रेटेस्ट फाइंड आउट कर पाओगे कि नहीं? Yes. Can you store the greatest in a different variable D or not? आपको 4 नंबर दिया गया है, क्या करोगे? हाँ, no. Very nice.
लाइब्रेरी फंक्शन
क्रिकेट टूर्नामेंट दिखे ना, 2 टीम आया है, क्या करते हो? दोनों का फाइटिंग कर देते हो, जो जीता हो, that will be the fine. If 4 teams are coming, how easily you can find who is the greatest? 2 say find out greatest, another 2 find out the greatest among greatest, that is the greatest or not. What I am saying? I am saying that if there is 4 numbers, A, B, C, D, why don't you find a greatest among this? I hope you can find it. Why don't you find the greatest among this? You can find it. Now the greatest among these two. Similarly, any size you can give, you can do it or not. Suppose somebody will say 6 size का कीजिए, क्या करेंगे? 2, 2, 2, 2 each, like this. So from here 1, from here 1, from here 1, from 3, we have just now done how to find the greatest among 3. कर पाओगे कि नहीं? Yes. So this is the approach to do it. Can anybody tell me another logic to do the same thing? Any other logic instead of doing this? कब A greater होगा? अब कहता है तब A greater, when the A will be greater if you have A, B, C 3 values.
सर एक तरीका है कि A को सबसे चेक करा दें एंड ऑपरेटर.
Very nice. If somebody is told if there is a B, C are there, when the A will be greater. A बोल पाओगे, सबका आता है. When the A will be greater.
when A is greater than both B and C.
Greater than B and A is greater than C or not? Yes. So can I write like this directly? If A greater than B, please don't do this. Your Akash, your name, roll number, everything is coming. Don't think that you are very clever.
Sir, it was by mistake, not done
That's
purposely.
no issue, not. Please erase. I don't have to erase. Huh? If you don't mind. Erase
No, I'm-
नहीं आता है.
Sir, I am erasing it. It was not done purposely.
Not an issue. Please you erase it so that I can write. Not an issue, please. Yes, if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, who is greater than? Correct or not? If A is greater than B, A is greater than C, D will be greater. If not, who will be greater? Either B or C. Then in the either case, what you are going to do? Again, in the else, since you don't know if else if, can I write like this? If B is greater than C, then D equal to B. Else D equal to C. Correct होगा या नहीं होगा?
Yes, sir.
देखिए, first is
Yes.
can be A greater than C, then A will be greater. If not, my else part will be executed. But in the else, not direct. Again, you have to compare with B and C. So again, you compare with B and C. If B is greater than C, guaranteed B will be greater. If not, C will be. Yes or no? So in this way, you can write this many ways or not. So today's assignment starts now. Yes, because more questions I will teach in a nice manner to all of you. Please, more assignment. First assignment, find the minimum among two numbers. Very simple assignment. Minimum among two numbers. Then second question, same thing, minimum among four numbers. Yes, सबको पता चल गया. फिर third one, find the second largest among four numbers. Second largest among four numbers. Fourth question, find the whether given year is a leap year or not. Whether the given year is a leap year or not. I'll tell you the condition. Few may have forgotten. Don't think that leap year means divisible by 4 means leap year. It is not always. Please remember, there is an example of 1900, 2000 and 2004. Which one is a leap year, which one is not? Quick. All are? No. This is not a leap year.
No, sir.
All are leap year.
This is a leap
No,
year.
sir.
What is the condition then? If any year is divisible by 100, this should be divisible by 400 also. But as per the 1900 is concerned, it is divisible by 100 but not by 400. But as per the 2000, it is divisible by 100 and by 400. That's why it is a leap year. This one not divisible by 100 but divisible by 4. That's why it is a leap year. Condition पता चला. 3 cases. First case क्या है? Since it is divisible by 100, it should be divisible by 400. Then only it is a leap year. Okay, but 1900 is divisible by 100 or not? 100 के साथ divisible है कि नहीं है? But 400 का साथ नहीं है, इसलिए leap year नहीं. But according to 2000, 100 with 400 it is okay. According to this, 100 not but 4s. That's why it is a leap year. 3 condition, okay? With this 3 condition, you have to identify whether your given year is a leap year or not. 5th question. You have 2 hours time, sufficient time. 5th question. You give
In the phone number question, last 2004, it will be 4 or 400.
no. Since it is not divisible by 100, you check it should be divisible by 400 means 4 means it is a leap year. 2004, 2008, 2012 all are leap year. Why? They are not divisible by 100 but they are divisible by 4. But these two are divisible by 100. But one is divisible by 400, one is not. Whichever is not, this is not a leap year.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ask. Other than?
400 can we just divide it by 4?
No. You have to write all conditions. Then only if else मजा आएगा ना. Practice के लिए. Yes. You have to write like second question. The first question is very interesting. Take two time in this format. 10:43. Let away 10:43. This is considered as an hour. This is considered as a minute. Can you take time? Two times. Two times means one time is 10 o'clock 43 minutes. Another time is let's take 14 o'clock 23 minutes. Can you take two times or not? But how to get it? You have to take in this format. But how to take this format? Can you know the scanner? For this, what to do? This has to be stored in H. This has to be stored in M. Then what to do? Int H comma M. Then when you make a scanner, please write like this: %d colon %d. Then you write ampersand H. Then ampersand M. And while you are entering the data, type exactly 10:43. So automatically 10 is going to H, 43 is going to M. Because this is a nice time. When you enter a date, usually how you are entering the date? 22/03/1942. How you can receive this number? What is the way? You have to make a scanf like this. Scanf %d slash %d slash %d, then double quote, then ampersand a ampersand b, जो भी लिखना है लिखो. So what it does? Basically it does that this part will be automatically comes to A. This part will be automatically comes to A because your scanf says you please enter with slash. समझ में आया? Yes.
So in fifth question we have to use if and else.
No, first you take two times. Can everybody can take two times or not? 10,
Yes.
14, 23. Then what to do? Find the earliest one. Earliest one, and also find the difference between two times. Find the difference between two times. This is our next. What to do now? Next. No, you wait. Why? कुछ नहीं होगा. 5 मिनट में कुछ नहीं होगा. बेटी. No, कुछ नहीं. बेटा.
Sir, so we'll be given two times, and we have to find out which one is the earlier one.
As for this is the earliest one. Yes or no? Because it is a 14 hours 23 minutes means almost 2 o'clock 25 minutes it is. As for the day time is concerned, this is a 24 hours time. In the 24 hours time, this is 10 o'clock 43. It is a 2 o'clock 23. It is a noon. Are you getting? 14:23 means indirectly it is a noon, and you are entering by 24 hours time. That's why you have to find among these two which one is the earliest. I think it is easy. But what you have to do in the next question, take a 12 hours time. And how to take it? You have to take three things. That is a hour, minute, and AM or PM. And what is the AM PM here? AM means 1, PM means 0. Means you have entered that 10:32 1. Another somebody has written 9:42 0. So which one is the earliest one? Which one is the earliest one? This 1 indicates AM, 0 indicates PM, AM is the earliest one. Even if it looks bigger than this, but this is the earliest one. And in the same time, find also the difference. You have to find the earliest as well as difference. Earliest.
Question number 6.
This is question number 6. Then 7.
But till when we have to do?
Up to 2 hours, whatever you can do.
In 2 hours, sir. 7 questions.
You are sufficient.
Sir,
So,
we are beginners, not
In 2
advanced.
hours.
Advanced students.
3, 4 at least you can do. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Rest integer and round up by 2 digits. What does it mean? Suppose I have given you 1492. Round up by 2 digit will become as what? 1500. These 2 digits. If I am giving you 1449, the round up will become as a 1400. Got it? Because you know anything bigger than 50, 50 or 50, more than greater than equal to 50, go to the lower level. Since it is saying about 2 digits, real number, and display round up to 2 decimal places.
And sir, if the number is 50, then it will also round up
Nearest
to the
is
nearest
1500.
100.
1550 you have to taken as a 1500.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Can you scroll it a little up?
Little up is this one. It's okay.
No, sir. On. No,
Further,
sir. Scroll.
do 2 3. Don't worry. Don't think that jitna puche utna kar pao. Huh? But it is all related with if else. Not a single extra things you have to use it. Don't use if else if also. This question number 8. My calculation is
If
wrong.
the
It is
user
8. If it is
enters
7,
an integer,
we will enter 19.23624 because up to 2 decimal places. Okay. So similarly, if you use a random 4, then definitely it will come as a 19.23. Yes, for that you have to learn how to extract this, how to extract this one. I hope you can guess. कैसे एक्सट्रैक्ट करेंगे 19 को यहां से? Float b is equal to 19.2364. How we can extract 19?
Type casting.
Yes.
Finish. That's all. Store the real in an integer, automatically integer part gone. Where you have learned? You have learned in this case 5 division by 2 कितना आता है? 2.5 or 2? It's coming as what? 2. Then integer a equal to 5 by 2.0. No, still it is 2. Because this result is 2.5, but while storing it is become 2.
It's not a floating point for using coming to.
But 5 no. Numerator and denominator. If any one of them become real, then the result will become as a real. So 5 by 2.0 denominator is real, result will become as a 2.5. But while it is storing in an integer, it is become 2. Now once you get this 19, I hope you can get this 2364. Yes or no? कैसे करेंगे? Because B is this. A is stored as a 19. B minus A कितना आ जाएगा? 0.2364. उनमें से 236 कैसे?
Divided by 100.
Oh, कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Into 1000 store it in an integer B. हो जाएगा कि नहीं? 2336.4. कितना पर store होगा? This. So with this idea, you have to do it. These are this much only today. That's all.
Sir, in question number 7, sir, we have to take 4 integers input, or it can be of any number.
in a 7, no, in 7 you can take any size input, not
Sir,
only input,
in
any size
case
input.
of 8 also, any size input.
Yes, 8 size, 4 size, 6 size, 2 size, 1 size, anything. Accept. It has to work.
Sir, can you please show the question?
I give a hint and also I have written the program. Second is find the second largest among 4 numbers. This is for all of you. It is a challenging question. Those who are very, very new. If possible, find also the third largest. Second largest, third largest, and do it. That's all. Yes. Now you can go. Please. Hey, somebody, आप जाना चाहते थे? जाओ. Thank you. हाँ, बोलिए.
Why do we use return 0?
Oh, this part you meant not. Why you are written 0? Can you tell me who is calling this man? Main is a function or not?
So yes, sir. Yes. So the programmer.
Programmer तो लिख के चला गया है.
The compiler calls.
No, compiler तो compile करके executable file generate कर दिया.
Sir, executor file calls.
No, your operating system called that.
Okay, sir.
When the operating system called, अगर आपका पापा आपको बुला रहे हैं आपका नाम से, आप लास्ट को हाँ बोलोगे, ना बोलोगे या चुपचाप रह जाओगे?
हाँ या ना कुछ.
The same thing is.
Yes. Okay.
Execution. It is better to always return a value so that the operating system can understand that whether your program has properly completed or not. Unix. If it is written 0, सही तरह से मरा है. If it is written non-zero, बुरी तरह से मरा है. 0 means it has properly completed. Non-zero means some mistake. With some mistake, he has completed the SIPO. Okay. Okay. So I'm opening the rooms. All teachers, I hope you are present here. One minute. I just start the rooms and I'll help you. Huh?
Sir, breakout room